The following techniques can also be used on new boats for prevention of gel coat blister development. Tape the waterline of the hull with vinyl tape, such as electrician's tape. Electrician's tape is easy to remove from fiberglass, and epoxy should not penetrate through it. Mix small batches of West System 105 resin and 205 fast or 206 slow hardener, about 8 ounces or 225 grams, which is 7 pump strokes of resin and 7 pump strokes of hardener. Do not use additive in the first coat of epoxy. If ambient temperature is above 85 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 centigrade, use the 209 tropical hardener. In very warm conditions, a handy device is a cooling box made of foam and glued together with epoxy and 410 microlight. Place ice in the box. Put a plastic roller pan on top. Don't use a metal pan, otherwise you may have moisture contamination via condensation. Roll on the resin and hardener mixture with an 800 urethane roller, creating a thin, even film. When the primary coating is still tacky, use 407 low-density filler to fill low spots and opened blister cavities. Try to fill flush to reduce the amount of sanding required. Allow the fairing compound to cure overnight, then sand flush. It's important to get this layer as fair as possible. If some low areas exist, fill again with the 407 mixture. Within 24 hours of the final sanding, you should begin applying the second coat of epoxy mixture. In the second coat, combine 7 pump strokes of resin and 7 pump strokes of hardener. Then add 3 tablespoons, which is about 60 grams, of 422 barrier coating additive. The 422 barrier coat additive improves moisture resistance. It also adds color to the epoxy, so it aids as a visual guide for applying even coats. Apply a thin, even layer of epoxy. Begin coating at the bow and work your way around the boat. Brush out with a foam roller-modified brush to remove roller marks and air bubbles. Drag roller brush horizontally. When just dry to the touch, apply the next coat. Alternate to vertical brushouts. It's crucial not to apply too much epoxy at once, or the material will sag. If you work with small, fresh mixtures, application will be easier, and you'll be able to apply thin, even coats. Applying in this manner, coating thickness is on the order of 3 to 4 mils thick, about 90 microns per coat. The goal is to apply about 22 mils, nearly 600 microns total, so 6 coats are recommended. If you're unable to apply all of the coats in one day, allow the last coat to cure thoroughly. The following day, before applying the next coat of epoxy, remove any amine blush with water and an abrasive pad. When the surface dries, it should be a dull matte finish. If possible, use adjustable boat stands to support your boat. This way you can move bunk pads when you need to work on the areas they cover. If both stand supports are not available, make arrangements so the boat can be hung in a travel lift over the weekend. Allow the final coat of epoxy to cure for at least 24 hours. Wash the surface with clean water to remove amine blush and then lightly wet sand the surface smooth. Let it dry. No shiny spots should exist. Apply a quality marine-grade anti-fouling paint. We suggest that you check to see what anti-fouling paint works most effectively in your area and use that brand. Immediately after applying the anti-fouling paint, remove the tape.